I got this mug. I'm just going to blab until somebody actually comes on. I have 0 viewers right now. And again, it's embarrassing. I'm wearing one contact lens. When I wear 2, I go cross-eyed sometimes. When I wear 1, sometimes I go cross-eyed. But anyway. But then to read the chat, I can't be wearing both contact lenses because then I can't see up close. And then I have to wear, hello, Katiana. Good morning. So, that's that. So I'm drinking my coffee. It's Wednesday. I'm not working this week. You know how I get into these slumps where I don't work, and then I work for a while and I get all excited about a job and I last a year or 2. So I'm in one of those kind of slumps. Plus, my parents went to visit my brother for a couple of months, till Thanksgiving. I'm going to go up there for Thanksgiving. I was in Maryland this weekend again. I'm going often. I have to go often if I want to, maintain my connection with my boyfriend. But, that's costing money, and credit cards, I'm just kind of like paying the minimum every month. I really have got to face reality on my credit card, though. It's nice having good credit. I've had good credit all my life, never got into debt, was always impeccable. When I didn't have money, I just didn't buy anything, and I always, but, since COVID, to be honest, and after I quit that job and I decided to live on my principles, and, living on your principles gets you into debt. So, yeah, I'll see. And then I talk about all these ideas about my own business, but I've been talking about having my own business for over 30 years. And I'll just, I have to be realistic. I don't have the dedication to run my own business as a full time. I can do a little side business on Etsy like I have. I do make a little bit of money, but, I got to pay off my credit card. And I think eventually I am going to finish. I mean, my latest feeling is that eventually I am going to settle up in Maryland again, rather than visiting so often. My mother's got her issues, and we'll see where that leads. That's really the only thing keeping me from moving back up there right now. And now my mother, but see, for example, my parents go up there, October, November, they go up there a couple months every year to spend some time with my brother and, Thanksgiving and everything. So, maybe those 2 months I could also go to Maryland. I don't feel, I won't need to be with and then go up there for Thanksgiving. And, there are things I could do. Maybe I could temp up there, go up there and temp. The thing is, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's complicated. I really understand it's complicated now. On the Facebook, you put your your relationship status, it's single, divorced, whatever, married. And then they have one it's complicated. For the first time, I understand what that means. All right, so I was speaking. I see a few people are on here now. Hi, Poetic YY. And Desmond. Hi, Desmond. I was speaking with Josh, who's another one of my viewers. He follows me on Instagram. So he sent me a video. First, we'll watch that video. Let me share the screen. Let me find the video and share it. There is the sourest candy in the world. And there's a lady doing a video of her trying it for the first time. And I'm not even going to tell you about it. Just watch it and then we'll discuss. Because then he showed it to me, and how I love sour candy. But this one is apparently like no sour anyone has ever tasted in their life. So let me find the video. Let me see. I think it was on YouTube. I'll look it up. He sent it, but I looked it up on my phone. But I'm sure I can find it with a few keywords here. So let me see. The name of the candy, I don't like it very much. The name of the candy is Black Death. I understand Black Death because, oh my gosh, it's so sour and, but I think they should have given it another name for various reasons. So unfortunately, I don't like the name of the candy, but let's see. Sour candy. And you can buy the candy on Amazon. So what I'm going to do is after we watch the video, I'm going to buy it on Amazon. But let me see. I mean, there's a lot of videos. Oh, here's the one, though. Here's the one that he sent me. That because there's probably several videos of people doing it, but here's the one. Hang on. All right. I want to laugh and give it away. hang on. Let me, how do I, okay, it's good. So now I have to share my screen. Let's see, present, share screen, there, share. Is it sharing? Okay, there we go. And I don't want to be on camera. I actually didn't want to be on camera. Oh, hang on a second. When I take myself off the screen, the audio is removed, which is fine. You don't need to hear me, but I hope you can hear the video. So all right, let's just try it. If there's no sound, you guys will let me know there's no sound. All right, so I'm taking myself off, which means the mic will no longer work. You won't hear my voice anymore. But okay, let's see.
Clarence Thomas. This is called Black Death. It is the most sourest candy in the world. Warning, not suitable for anyone under 8 years of age. Let's give them a go. This is how they look, guys. That looks so scary. What does it look like? It's made out of glass and concrete. Let's give it a go. Bismillah. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, feels like there's like a metal rod at the back of my throat. Let's give it a go. This is called Black Death. It is the
Okay, I think I'm back. Okay, so that's basically it. It's apparently so sour. I don't know, maybe I'll look at some of those other videos. That's the only one I've seen. Do you guys want to, for viewers, do you want me to show one or two more videos? Because here's my thing. Josh sent me that video and I looked at it, thought it was really funny. I'm not laughing as hard anymore because I've already seen it a few times, but I still chuckle each time. The first time I could not stop laughing. It was so funny. I'm still laughing at it. But anyway, so Josh and I had the idea that we would each buy it and both of us on live try it, you know. So that's the idea. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe we'll do it. And all right. Anything else to ask? Questions, concerns? You like the idea? You don't like the idea? Yeah. Anyway, well, I guess that's it for today. I wasn't planning to be on very long. I just wanted to give that idea. It gets me nervous when nobody answers. Can you guys hear me? Is my sound on? All right. Anyway, you've seen that video. Okay. That woman has very white teeth. Yeah, she did. So now that you mention it, I should keep mine. Yeah, I drink a lot of coffee, which doesn't help. Yeah, my teeth. I might go to one of those whitening. I know you didn't mean it, but as soon as you said that, I thought to myself, because it is an insecurity I have. I don't have the very whitest teeth. They're, you know, I use the whitening toothpaste, and granted, like I said, I never took care of my teeth, like as far as flossing and stuff, but I've always brushed, you know, at least once a day, if not more. But yeah, coffee, and I buy the whitening toothpaste. I bought a mouthwash that you rinse. I think it helped a little bit, but maybe I just need to go to one of those places where they put the light on you. But anyway, so we might do that. Yeah, I'd never seen that video. Maybe I'll look at one more video. Have you done any bookkeeping work lately? No. I'd like to. I really liked that job. But they've called me back. That job that fired me called me back. They've asked me to come back in December to help them with the year-end taxes and stuff because they need extra help at that time of the year. So that's fine. But it's actually, like I said, with my idea that I want to move to Maryland at least part of the year, it'd be good if I get a few gigs with that particular company, directly. I won't be going through the agency anymore. I know that, every year at X time to X time, I go and I work there for, to help them with the year end, or, they have a few times a year where they need a little extra help with bookkeeping and accounting, and where I wouldn't be the primary bookkeeper, but I help. So I could, maybe get a few gigs here, get a few gigs up there that are regular, and then know that, okay, this part of the year I go here, that, I could see myself, and then I'll have time to go to Argentina, which I still don't know when I'm going. But guys, if you're interested, I could arrange, the hotel and stuff if anyone wants to go with me. I have to go for business reason, or, family visits and stuff, but I can, I wouldn't mind taking a few people that are curious and visiting, and I'll be kind of I won't say I'll be your tour guide, but but I will. Yeah. I mean, I'd hang out longer, if it's not just family. Once you're down there, it's so cheap. I'd save myself a lot of money, hanging out there, like a hotel one night, a room in a decent, really nice place, not a fancy schmancy hotel, but very nice hotel, maybe 3-4 star, breakfast included. The last time I went, it ended up being $30 a night for like a Holiday Inn type of place. I mean, it's not a Motel 6. It's nice, and a beautiful view. I think some of you, I took videos when I was there. I had to stay in that in that hotel in Buenos Aires. And then when I go to the other cities, I stay with family. So there, I guess I could stay with family, and maybe you guys would stay at a hotel. Because, it's kind of weird going to my family's house. I don't know you. But, or I could stay at a hotel too. We get special rates if, more people go. So, but anyway, definitely you could hang out with me. If I have to run my errands and you feel like coming watching me do whatever errands. I don't really have many errands to run. I have a few in Buenos Aires, and then I have to go to the south of Argentina, where I have to pay some taxes and check on my property down there, make sure, talk to the guy next door. And, I got to do something with that property, though. I'm just like sitting on that. I have to do something. Either I have to build, or because I'm thinking maybe I could trade it off for a little apartment in town, because that's a property with no buildings on it, just a vacant land out in the boondocks, in the farmlands. Beautiful. Like if you're the type of person that wants to live in a log cabin in the mountains, that would be the place. So I'm thinking maybe build a little log cabin or two and have people rent it out, for vacations and stuff. And yeah, I could do that. So anyway, but I need to go to that part of the country. It's called, the biggest nearest town is Esquel, ESQ, if you want to look it up, or Trevelin. They're in Argentina. Oh, let me read the chat. Trevelin or Esquel. They're two towns that are larger, that, actually are civilization, restaurants and did I type? Yeah, in Argentina. So where the property is near there, but the property is just one big hectare, which I don't know how big. I think a hectare is about 2 acres, maybe. Hectare equals. How much is a hectare in acres? 2.4 acres, about 2.5 acres. So, nice little lot. I could start a little, if I felt like living that life, I could start a little organic farm, and get some llamas and sell the wool. I'm not that type, but if any of you is that type and you're interested in living on a land and growing stuff, and we can make a deal. I'll go and visit you once in a while and make sure, but I don't feel like running any kind of farm or anything. Right now, the guy next door, he has sheep, and he lets his sheep run on my property, which I don't mind because they cut the lawn, so it's free lawn care. But my cousin keeps saying that guy is then going to claim that it's his property and you're going to have a legal battle. And right now I kind of touched base with him and we're friends, and it is helpful to me that he's got his sheep and he's kind of watching over the property, because that keeps other people from setting up camp there, you know. So on the one hand, that's useful. But on the other hand, my cousin's a lawyer in Argentina. So of course she's going to look for the most worst case scenario. But yeah, feasibly, he could say, well, I've been using this property for X number of years for my sheep, and so I have a right to, you know, I don't know. It could happen. And she wanted me to sign an agreement with him that he's welcome to his sheep run around for free, but, you know, recognize that it's my property. And if at any time I need the property, I can just, you know, ask for it or something. But because yeah, obviously if I build little log cabins, I wouldn't mind letting the sheep run loose. If I did build a cabin or two there to rent, but of course we have to respect that there will be people living there. So we have to at least put some kind of fencing to keep the sheep, you know, free if they want to run around. Look, there's a beautiful little stream. They drink out of the stream. It's so beautiful, but it's kind of a fantasy because I'm not enjoying it. I just know that I have it, you know? So same with this property. I have vacant lots. I'm like a vacant lot person. It's like I like a clean slate and I do nothing with it, because I have a vacant lot up here in Liberty City and I'm just happy. There's an avocado tree on it, and it's a huge vacant lot with other property. Other people own the lots neighboring. So my lot is little, and everyone has a little lot, and it's all, you know, one big empty lot. And the people from the area will hang out there, or they'll lay under the tree in the shade. Or sometimes I've driven by and they're having a party on the land, partly my land, part other. And I'm just happy. I'm just like, they're enjoying it. You know, I'm not doing anything with it. So I was thinking of setting up a little bit. I could build a very, very small building, because there's all these rules about setbacks. You gotta, you know, there has to be a 5-foot setback on either side. And the thing is only 19 feet wide. It's not even 20 feet. So 5-foot setbacks on either side, you know, is pretty skinny, but it's doable. You can do it. It's just a skinny little building. But skinny, or, you know, or maybe set up little pop shops, you know, like maybe I could put very small, like shed size buildings, and they would be cute little shops, like a shop. You know, I have ideas. There are things I could do with it. But money, obviously, number one, you need money, but not that much to build a teeny little shed. I could do that. I could probably even get a loan. But yeah, then it would have to produce an income. That's the problem. Like, yeah, I've got all the nice idea, but I do it, and if I don't get an income out of it, you know. So right now, paying the taxes is easy. It's an empty lot. Taxes go up when there's a building on the lot. You know, that's another concern. The people using, let's say if I rent it out as a little pop shop, and their business has to be successful. What if they go out of business? I have to kick them out. Or if they're losing money, you know, which is part of my problem when I was bookkeeping for that real estate place. Some small businesses just couldn't pay the rent, and, you know, they eventually are going to get kicked out. And you know, my job was to make them feel uncomfortable so that they pay the rent. And I did. One guy I got into an argument with because I had been too easy on the first person that I called. I practically was like, oh, I'm so sorry that, you know, I obviously didn't have the power to give her a few free months, but if I were the landlord, the owner, I would have given her a few free months to catch up. You know, it would have been a disaster. You know? So that's why I don't know. Anyway, they're just ideas. But all right. Oh, I got to read the chat. Sorry. So I've been doing independently. No, but that would be nice. See, again, another one of my ideas that I think I'm afraid to fail. You know, in order to have a successful business, you have to confront your fear of failure. And that's my thing. I'm successful as long as I never do it, you know, but I know about my commitment problem to sticking to stuff. I might, you know, I've done things where I'm doing really well, you know, and then I'm just like, oh, stop. It's like I have a fear of success too, because I've had situations where I'm doing well on something a little thing that I started. And then I don't know. It must be some sort of mental block. So fear of failure and maybe fear of success for whatever reason. Who knows why? Because maybe success in a business entails commitment. You have to continue committing to the business for it to be a success. And there we go again. Maybe, I'm analyzing myself now. Maybe I'm just afraid of commitment. Who knows, for whatever reason. Relationships, jobs, whatever the reason. My marriage was okay. It wasn't, I had some issues that I now in hindsight realize I probably should have worked on it rather than just leave. I mean, the kids were getting really out of hand, though. I was getting sick of the kids. They were 4 teenagers mouthing off. I dealt with them okay when they were little kids, before. But when they hit 13, 14, 15, and that age where they start mouthing off, and then 4 of them, and you're not my mother, and I was the bad guy all the time, I did leave because of the kids. I think not because of them, but they really made it to the point. I think if we wouldn't have had his kids living with us, as much as I love them and I'm still in touch with them, and I don't love them like my own, I won't say that, but I did love them. I do care about them. Now I don't miss them very much, but I am happy to know I get a little text or email once in a while from the youngest one, especially. Yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm so happy, but for you, whatever. But yeah, it did complicate things, having these kids, and my husband, whatever, he didn't. It's hard for the parent too, because they don't want to be the bad guy with their kids, but they don't, so they have to be the mediator all the time. But I do feel that he should have been more protective of me with the kids mouthing off to me. And he would sometimes laugh, so it's very humiliating. Maybe I was wrong, whatever. So, whatever. It helped them bond when I was the bad guy, but I just don't think my husband was right the way he handled it. The kids are going to be kids. Teens are going to mouth off. They're going to say, and I can excuse them for, forgive them or whatever. But yeah, my husband, and I understand his position. He didn't want to be the bad guy, this, that, and the other, but I don't think he supported my, maybe what I thought was wrong, but my dignity, I don't know. Anyway, it's over. I left, but I did leave because of the kids after all. So I might have stuck it out longer. And then the kids grew up and left, so, if I'd have stuck it out, maybe now I'd be living happily with him alone, but, And it's hard to rebuild, because we're still in touch. I actually saw him, a few years ago. I went to visit, and I went to visit my stepson, and my ex-husband happened to be there, and it was fine. We talked and everything, but the spark is gone, that, and no trust. Well, he did have money issues. That was a big one too. He was always spending money, and, I was always the one that had to be the responsible one, which now, look at me now, not at all. But when I was married, I was very conscientious that our debts, his debts are my debts and my debts are his debts. So it was important for us to be responsible. And, he didn't care. He just had some kind of illness for spending. Like any money he had, it would be gone. So yeah, that was an issue. And actually today we probably would still be, because then he got married again, and that woman, he's now divorced from the second wife. So I'm going to guess they had a similar issue with the money, but I don't know the reason. I'd like to find it. I know the girlfriend he had after me made him a very large loan, trusting him, and never got it back. I heard through grapevine, there's gossip, and he's my cousin's friend. So, and then that girlfriend wrote to me after they broke up, and I, just kind of like saying, oh, I understand what you went through. I understand now, because I was the bad guy when they were dating. I was the bee that did this and did that. I'm sure he told his wife, his second wife, the same thing, all these horrible things about me. And, but to have her out of the blue write to me, oh, I now understand so many things. That was actually made me feel good. It was like, okay, I'm not saying he's a horrible man or whatever, but thank you. It turns out, you see, I'm not the bad guy after all. I didn't even try to just, I knew he'd been telling her all that stuff, but the wife was really a bee to me, the one he ended up marrying. And jealous, probably, or whatever, or who knows, like I said, the things he must have told her, that I was this bad guy and I abandoned the family, which I didn't. I left. Yes, I divorced him. I didn't abandon anyone. They stayed living in the house for several years until the kids grew up. I'm talking to myself. All right. That's good. I was just in a small business seminar where they suggested to get a bookkeeper for small businesses. I wonder if you get in with some SBA, they could refer to you. Yeah. Small SBA would be Small Bookkeeping Association or something. Divorce is hard. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I did videos over that time too. But yeah, someday I'm gonna sit down and watch all these videos I've been doing over the years, because there's stuff that I forget about my life, and maybe it'll help me remember things I was going through. But yeah, and now here I am. Gosh, I was in my 30s. I was in my late 30s when I started on YouTube. Now I'm gonna be 60. And at the time, there was this older man. He must have passed away, geriatric something. And I never listened to his videos in depth, but he must have a lot of fascinating advice on those videos. He was a man from Britain. And he even, I don't want to sound, what's the word, morbid or anything, but he even did a video, one of his later videos, kind of where he does a song, he sang. I think he was a radio personality in his younger years, and then he found YouTube and kind of got popular on YouTube. And he even did like a few of he did the one song kind of like implying that death is near and, time has come and all that. And like towards his later years, it was almost like he was saying certain things like he was preparing to pass on. And I never continued watching him. So the years passed, and I'm sure he must have passed on by now. But I did go back to his video. I did go back once. I was like scared to go back because I didn't want to. But, I guess it'll happen to some of you. I'm still young. I'm not trying to scare anyone, but maybe some of you I hear that some of you, and maybe some that have never even commented, have been watching me for, all these years. Someday maybe that'll be me, that I'll no longer be here, but, don't be sad. You have all my videos or whatever. But it's just a part of life. But let me go back. I was scared to go back because I didn't want to face that reality, but let's see. Now that I'm getting off on this tangent, it was about sour candy, but geriatric, he was already old when he started on you. And he was like the only old guy on YouTube at the time. Now we have a lot of old people on here because we started when we were young. But at the time, with the internet and all this new stuff, and old people didn't even understand what the internet was, he was the guy that was, and he had help from his grandsons. He had 2 grandsons. Geriatric, and then there was a 1927. There it is. Let me see his last video. Oh, let me share the screen. Present, share screen. Okay, geriatric 1927. He had look at that. He only had 100,000 subscribers. This one was from 9 years ago. Let's his last video. Last video was 9 years ago. In conclusion, that's it. And then he did 400. Look at that. A small channel. At the time, 100,000. Again, 100,000 viewers was like, oh, wow, he's a big star, And now you have people with millions. Oh, am I sharing the screen? Oh, I am. Okay. Small Business Administration. I found out they have location centers all across the country. Okay. Yeah, I'll look into it. Yeah, I've heard of them, Small Business Association. I have to do something. I always end up temping, but if I can tempt directly rather than through the agency, I'll make better money that way. Anyway, that's him. If you're interested, I'm sure he's full of interesting advice and the early war years. Look at that. He's talking about World War II because he was alive during World War II, and maybe he's got some. Maybe I'll listen to him later because imagine we're in World War III now. Personally, I think World War III has started. Whatever your opinions are, I don't want to, get into politics right now, but I think World War III has started. And let's hope it concludes quickly, or we're going to have to brace ourselves. But he's suffered World War II, so let's see what he has to say, about World War II on your own. I'll listen to it from the archives, 10 years ago. And then how long ago did he start? Memories, Bread and Dripping. And this is probably, he did it a lot for his grandchildren. And now he'll have great grandchildren. He won't be around, but Skype with his cousin. Look at that. I mean, it's kind of cool. Anyway, so that's that. He died in 2014. Oh, how did you know? Did it say it on there? Oh, yeah. I assumed he must have passed on by now, but I kind of didn't want to admit that he was going to die but yeah. So, yeah, I'll look at it. But he was one of the first people I ever saw on YouTube when I first started watching. I didn't even really understand what YouTube was because my stepkids introduced me to it because they said, oh, go look this up. It's on YouTube. And I was like, oh, what's YouTube? What's YouTube? Oh, they kind of roughly explained it. And I was like, oh, so I started watching YouTube videos. Like when I realized, and then I was like, oh, this is cool. And oh my gosh, people are just doing whatever on here. Just like, it was like funny home videos, or how to do this, and I got and then I got kind of drawn in accidentally because my stepdaughters wanted to learn to sew, and I knew a good amount. I took home ec in school, so some of you know the story. So I said, oh, well, and then so I said, okay, well, let's do it. Let's sew. And I bring them over to the table and I try to explain. And within 10 minutes, they were bored, but you got to have a certain number of. So I said to myself, well, I know they're going to want to learn to sew someday. So I'm going to do 1 or 2 videos, some basic videos on YouTube for them, and they can look it up thinking that's it. It was for them. And I had no idea that you could subscribe and all that other stuff. And then, people, oh, I subbed. This is a great video. Thanks. I subbed. And I started seeing this oh, what's that? Anyway. So then I asked that guy, I did write to him one time, the Geriatric 1927, because I saw he had 100,000 followers. I was like, wow. And most people didn't make money on YouTube. But then they started something, in the very beginning, nobody made money, like with most social. And then they started picking out the more popular channels and offering them advertising on their channel. But most people couldn't have it. You had to have a certain number of viewers, I think, or just be. And I think they would just, not even that. I think they would just see who's popular and offer it to you. So I saw that he would run ads on his, and I said, oh, this is sort of like a TV show and there's commercials in the middle. And I said, oh, maybe there's a way now that I noticed people were subbing, I said, oh, well, maybe I could make a sewing channel. And, that was, and I was doing well. I was doing well with the sewing channel. I just got bored with it. And I didn't make money at first. And then he explained to me, well, they just came to me and asked me if I wanted to do advert. And I told him yes. But then it started coming that anyone could advertise if you had a certain number. And I lost that. Now I got to go back on there. See, I'm so stupid. I don't even make money on the sewing channel anymore because because when you stop uploading videos, you lose everything, after a certain number. So they took my commercial income away. So those commercials are still running and they're getting the money. So I got to reactivate it. And I think now to reactivate it, they have higher demands, you know, where I was grandfathered in, but now I lost it. So I have the 1,000 viewers. So that's good. We'll see. I have like 13,000 viewers on that channel, but I don't know. I'll need to do a video. I'll need to do a sewing video, and I have to get back into sewing, and I'll have to upload one sewing video at least every, once in a while. I don't know what and I don't know what metrics you have to stick with. And oh, you looked him up on Wikipedia. Yeah, he's pretty okay. So I hope it is not too forward for me to ask, but do you have ever considered someone that you might have ADHD? Yeah, I've considered it. Yeah, I've been told. I've been to therapies and stuff, and yeah, they've told me, oh, you might have this, you might have that, you might have the other. And as it turns out, all the things that I might have can be. There's a medication serves for all of them. So it doesn't really matter which one it is. And I have not been taking the medication. But I have it. When I take it. I took it yesterday. I didn't take it today. I don't stick to it. But yeah, no, for sure. I probably do have ADHD because, well, this is the thyroxine. Where's the other stuff? Because that's the other thing I do, because people with ADHD, they're either all over the place or the focus is hyper focus and they can spend hours doing one thing. And that's definitely me. I'll either be like all over the place or like with the bookkeeping. That's why they loved me. They loved me at that place. I think my problem was I couldn't collect rent very well, but and the new guy, I heard him on the phone because when I went back to temp, he was there and I was nice, I was nice to him and everything. And I gave him, told him some of the tricks that I had, the cheat sheets and everything. And very nice man, and with experience, much more experience than I've had. And I forgot what I was talking about. Let me find my you see. Oh, well, no, but in that job, I'm very hyper focused, and my numbers, not a penny was missing. To the final penny I had, the income, the outgoing, it just, because usually you're a few cents off here and there, and you'll write it off. But where did I put those? I take Luvox right now, which helps with depression. It's for depression, ADHD. It helps with ADHD. I find it helps me. I might have left it at my boyfriend's house. For goodness sake. Oh, here it is. Okay. And I have my, baby girl, you want to come see our friends? Yeah. I'll take one. I'm supposed to take one a day. And you can take it, it says at bedtime, but Luvox. It's called Luvox. I've tried Prozac because I was depressed, but the thing is, depression was a side effect. Well, maybe not, because my mother's side of the family has 2 suicides and history with depression, and I've never wanted to do that, thank goodness, but there is a history of that in my family. I finished my coffee. So, but I have fallen into depression where I can't get out. It's not just sadness where you get sad for a few days because something happened and you get over it. And I've fallen into depression that I haven't been able to get out of for weeks, or sometimes I think years of my life I've been depressed. But having ADHD or whatever it is, doesn't help because the hyperactivity, people get scared. They think you're weird. You get bullied. That's back in school. They don't understand it. I understand it's scary. It is a little scary to have someone like crazy, like hyper, but what calms me, well, my little doggie, when she starts barking, when I start getting hyper, she starts barking. She's a therapy dog by accident because she's got this neurological disorder. So loud sounds, see, now that I'm thinking of her, I'm stopping. Loud sounds get her very irritable, and she starts barking. So when I start getting a little crazy, she'll sometimes bark, and then because she's got her little thing, and she cringes if you're too loud or if you're too rough on her. It kind of keeps me, let me go get her. See, you'll see how much I calm down. Let's see if she's not in a bad mood, because sometimes she's been grumpy with me. But baby girl, you want to come with mommy and come see our friends? Come lay with mommy. Or are you going to be a grumpy girl now? Oh, here she is. No, she's very, very therapeutic. And unfortunately, she has that Jekyll Hyde complex where she attacks. Otherwise, I would take her as a therapy dog to the elderly, because she basically just wants to, she can't walk very well. And, she basically likes to be held when she's not being a grumpy girl. Yeah. She's messy. I got to take her to get her hair done. She's a messy ragmuffin. Are you just laying around all day? I took her to Maryland with me. I didn't want to. I wanted to leave her at a kennel. I didn't want to drag her all the way up to Maryland. But the kennel I left her at, the PetSmart doesn't want me to take her because of her condition. So I called a private veterinarian who also has a kennel. And they also didn't want, and that's a vet. And I knew I would have ended up paying more. Not that I could afford it. It was cheaper to take her with me after all. I had to pay extra for her, but between this and that, it was cheaper to travel with her. It's just that my boyfriend had asked me not to take her. So I didn't tell him, and I took her anyway, which I know that's wrong, but what was I going to do? I wanted to see him. I missed him. I had to travel. I had an event that I went to that I had been hoping, excited about for a while. And I had the ticket already. I mean, and I figured, okay, I'll call a vet, I'll call thinking that they would gladly take her. I'd pay extra and they would keep her, but they didn't want to. So then I was like, all right, well, what am I going to do? So I just took her. But thank goodness she behaved. Her issue is, her toilet training. She's not very good at it. But I was extra careful. The whole time I was there, I was super careful. She was never alone. When we had to leave, I put her in her little bag. What's the matter? Did you cringe? Okay, sweetie. All right. Let me put. See how she cringes? I put her in her little bag. But anyway, long story short, we got the whole weekend. No accidents. I would take her out, in the morning, I would lock her up inside the bag at night. She'd sleep. She likes the little bag. She's safe in there. I mean, not hours and hours and hours, but overnight, she's sleeping. And during the day, if we would go out and I would lock her, it was very cold up there. So it was chilly. During the day, it was a little better, but it's gotten cold. So she was shivery. She's a Miami girl. So it worked out. But he had asked me not to take her. So I kind of showed up with her. It's like, and she's so quiet inside her bag. So he picked me up from the airport. And then, so we got in the bag, and all the way home, she's quiet. She's in her bag. I put her bag on the back seat of the car, and she's quiet. And we chit-chatted the whole time. And I was trying to find the moment to tell him. It was like, when do I tell him? And so we got all the way to his house, and we were parked in the driveway. And I finally said, well, I'm going to tell him, because I didn't want to just spring it on him. I mean, I actually did. But so I was expecting a more angry response. But no, he said, you brought her? He was a little bit, angry. And then I explained, well, I tried so hard. I called a vet. I even called a private vet and offered to pay extra money, and nobody would take her because of her condition. They don't want the responsibility, blah, blah. And he's like, all right. And I said, if you want, I'll try to put her in a kennel up here while I'm here. and I would have done that for him. I'm not, I don't want to disrespect his wishes. But then he said, nah, don't, that's okay. I said, you can. And I said, I promise I'll be very careful. And I don't know if she was trying, but it was perfect. She didn't have a single accident the whole time. And maybe since we had a good trip this time, maybe he'll let me bring her again. As long as I really respect, she got a little grumpy after eating one time. And that wasn't very nice. And I put her in the bag. I didn't have the cage to put her in, that nice pen. So I had to put her inside the bag. All right. But anyway, so we'll see. How's my mother? Yeah, she's not herself. Her memory is gone. And I have to learn to be more patient with her. Now she's up there with my brother, and I'm getting a little break because it does get, especially now I'm not working, so I'm home a lot. And the air conditioning's not working in my garage apartment. So the weather's getting better, it's cooler, so I can probably handle it now. But it was still, end of August, early September, the air conditioner broke. And we'll put a new one in there, whatever, but I couldn't stay there. So I moved into the couch, into the house now, which, and okay, fine. I go to work. I'm trying to keep it as tidy as I can. When I was going to work, it was like I would just see her at night and but being with her all day since I got let go has been, hard. And living in the house, like before I'd be back there, so I'd get a little break, but and yeah, my father needs help with her. She can't be alone. Even she probably could be alone at home for a little while, a half hour or so. I mean, which, when I'm at work and he sometimes runs and does the shopping, but I don't trust this little doggy alone with her. She has bitten my mother, and it's not, because of her, it's the dog's fault, I mean, it's nobody's fault. The dog has her issues. My mother forgets that the dog is sometimes mean. The dog is safe with people who realize, oh, she's being a little grumpy, let's just leave her alone. But my mother forgets. And the dog has even bitten her, not to the extent that I got bitten. But and then I said, oh, I might have to get rid of the dog, seriously saying it, No, the dog is always sweet to me. The dog has never done anything mean to me. The dog loves me. She doesn't even remember that the dog just broke skin, biting her foot. I don't know. So yeah, but she's taken care of. She's not happy. She's always, but she's always been like that. She's not a happy woman. Like I said, it runs in her family. That's her side of the family. The depression comes from. And she's just never happy. Even when she was well, she was never happy. I wonder if she has a double personality. What? Like you. We all have double personalities. My dog, my mother. Yeah, so we'll see. But, I had a really nice visit up in Maryland, though. We didn't do much. I had an event, a National Center for Children and Families has a fundraiser every year in East Bethesda. And I was really excited about it. And I went. It was really nice. It wasn't crowded. You'd think it would have been packed full. It was. I mean, there were plenty of people there and corporate sponsors, so I'm sure they did well. They have a children's auction. And, it helps children in foster care. So people tend to forget a lot of kids don't have stable home lives, and stable parents or whatever. And so, all right, everyone has their what do you call it? Their cause, but that's one of mine. The children with unstable home lives. It's just, it's not their fault. It's not the fault of the parents either. It's nobody's fault, let's say, but we have to do something about it. That's what most causes are. But sometimes you can point, the thing with foster children, there are many causes that cause a child to end up in foster care. You know, you could say, oh, it's because there is no father at home. Okay, well, there's at home because XYZ, and XYZ because other XYZ, and et cetera, et cetera. So there's no one cause, you know, but whatever, we can keep blaming this, blaming that. But meanwhile, somebody's got to raise those children. They're here, you know. So, you know, fine, you know, the father didn't want to help, and the mother had her issues with, let's say, for example, one of the causes is she's a drug addict, and the child doesn't have a say. Okay, well, we can blame this and that, and because she got on drugs, and because this community is like this, or, you know, but okay, all that is true. There's some kids to raise. Let's get the job done to get them raised healthy, so that we don't keep repeating. That's my point. It's very, the problems could be solved in one generation. It only takes one generation to fix the foster care problem. You know, get in there and fix don't fix the problem, because the problems are going to still be there, but get the kids raised in a healthy environment. You know, and yes, and some of them are too far gone. We'll admit it. You know, some of the kids have had so many traumas that they're too far gone, and maybe they won't be raised properly, and they will repeat the thing. But, you know, at least get to the ones that are able to, and wonderful stories come out of foster care, as well as very tragic ones. And, you know, some people do foster care just because they get paid for it. Okay, that's probably one of the, and there are stories on worse from there. But, you know, I don't want to keep talking because I'm just going to start getting. Anyway, so I went to the event, and it was a successful event, and they did raise money, and a lot of people went. But see, I was looking on the negative. It wasn't a full house. There were still a lot of empty seats, you know, and, you know, but I should be happy that it's very well attended, and they have it every year. And I'm going to try to go every year. I've never been to that particular event before, but I'm going to go every year now. And they have it at the Bethesda. It used to be called the Bethesda Blues and Jazz Club in East Bethesda, but now it's called the Bethesda Theater. They've revamped it a bit, and it's basically called, the inside is still the same, but the outside has been revamped somewhat. And I just got a little angry with the neighbors there, because they all talk a lot, you know, about how they care about this, and they care about the community, and they care about, and then when it comes time to actually put your money where your mouth is, they're nowhere in sight. And it's an event down the street from where they live, and they're very affluent people. East Bethesda is a very wealthy neighborhood. So, you know, granted, like I said, it's not their cause. They probably donate to other causes. That's true. I mean, I shouldn't be so judgmental, but I got into a bit of an argument with some of them, because I say, you all talk this and talk that and talk a big game about how you care about, you know, things, and then, you know, anyway. So none of them went, because obviously you're gonna draw more flies with honey. How is it? You draw more flies with honey than with vinegar. But I threw the vinegar at them because I was so mad. It was a day or two before the event. They weren't going to buy it, even if I would have spread honey out there. So I just gave it to them straight on the internet. But I met one of them in person. You know, I was nice to her in person. We chit-chatted. We actually had tea. I went to her house, one of the neighbors. And, you know, and the others, they probably didn't want to be my friend anyway. On the community page, it's not a public page, but I kind of let loose. I got a little angry with them. You know, they judge me, you know, and some of them even, you don't even live here. You don't even live here. What are you doing on this page? The reason I'm on the page is because I love a man very deeply who lives here. And I am part of the community because I do more for this community than a lot of you. And you all talk a big game, blah, 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 blah. You know, and then I kind of let loose a little bit. And I didn't get blocked from the page, so. But it's true. Other people see me on that page chit-chatting. They know how much I care about the community. And plenty of people are on that page that don't live there, but they're friends and family of the people who live there. And they're welcome to that page, apparently. So, and I did live there, and I still live there in my heart, and I visit there often enough that I'm part of the community. I didn't explain all that to them. It's just you have a dissenting opinion in some of those affluent neighborhoods, and you get a what do you call it? You get marked as the bitch or whatever. It's just a lot of hypocrisy. The people with the most money are the ones who do the least, and then they'll badmouth the Christians. There are a lot of Christians in the community doing work. They don't live in the mansions, though. They live in some of the older houses. Maybe some of them live in mansions. I don't know all those people, but I have met a few of the Christians. And, and they'll be, oh, we're raising money to feed the homeless, or, the kids from the Our Lady of Lourdes school. It's a Christian school. We're doing a fundraiser, and, and they'll make snide comments about the children at the Christian school, it's a Catholic school. I'm not familiar with it, but my boyfriend Robert, who's Jewish, actually sent his son there to summer camp one year. Why? It's not that they are a Catholic school, but they allow. I mean, they're open to anyone coming to the school or to the day camp, or and yes, they have their views as Catholics do, but they're not, they're not talking, they do their views within their community. I say there because I'm Catholic, but I'm not, I was raised Catholic, but I don't prescribe to every single thing. I'm more of a Protestant Christian, I guess, but I still respect how much the Catholics do in that community, and do in general with all the bad things also. Anyway, I don't want to get on that topic. Now, see, I went off on the topic. It was about to be a sour candy. That was my mom. See how I go. All right. Anyway, so I am going to, I got to buy the sour candy. That was the whole point. I was going to buy it online now. Let me go. Let me find it, and I'm going to actually buy it. Because I told Josh I would, and then we're going to do a live. Amazon.com. See how she just kind of flops around? She's like a rag doll. When she's not being her bad, meanie self, she's just a rag doll. She just flops. You can carry around. She'll just stay there limp. Right, baby girl? Oh, okay. I got to make a purchase. I'm going to put you down, okay? You love your mommy? You going to bite me today? Don't bite mommy today, okay? What you looking at? What you looking at? Oh, when she's a sweet girl, I love her so much. All right, I'm going to put her in. Mommy loves you. Okay. That's the newborn I never had, because she's about the size of a newborn. She's perfect. You feel the weight. I can see now. I never had children. I was always afraid to have them. I was afraid they would get my weirdness. No, it's fine now. I accept myself, but it's hard when you're a teenager or, a young kid. You get teased a lot. I mean, everyone has to go through bullying. It's sort of an initiation, but we need to teach our kids not to bully other kids. And if you see someone being bullied, be nice to the kid that's being bullied. Don't be afraid to stand up and all this stuff. But kids are afraid to stand up for the other kid. Maybe you see a kid being bullied, like when you were in school, remember you'd see the kid being bullied and you felt sorry for the kid, but you didn't want to get involved because then you would get bullied. You didn't want to. So the bullied child is pretty much alone. You either have people who don't want to get involved, aren't necessarily mean, but don't want to get involved, or, you have the kids laughing because the bully's bullying and then the other kids are laughing. I don't know. All right, Amazon.com. It's very humiliating. And some of the kids today are committing suicide. We didn't hear about kids committing suicide from being bullied back when I was young. Teachers wouldn't address it. They'd be like, well, kids will be kids, they might scold the bully sometimes. But today we're hearing about kids and I could see I can see how it could be worse today because now there's internet. So their kid is being bullied, it's getting filmed, and then the other kids upload it to the internet. I could see how someone could be led, you know, at least before there was no film footage of it, you know, and you could deny that something, even the kid that got bullied could say, no, that's not true. You know, that didn't happen or whatever. And no one had proof of it. But now there's proof, you know? So it's, I don't know. I don't know how to strengthen anyone who's being bullied. I mean, verbally from here, but just, you know, I switched schools. I got lucky because my parents put me into the Catholic school because that's where they wanted me to go. It wasn't even because it was because I was being bullied. It was because they wanted me to go to the Catholic school because it was the best school in the area. Agnostic father, atheist mother. So, and it was, it saved me. It saved me. If I would have had to go through 4 years of high school with those mean public school kids, I don't know. I probably would either dropped out or who knows. I don't know. I don't know what I would have done. I'm glad I don't have to even think about it. Okay, Amazon.com. Yeah, but even though I wasn't that bullied most of the time, I had my friends and stuff. But even your own friends sometimes think you're weird and they'll say things that hurt. But, you know, it's not as bad. But, you know, especially girls, they're kind of catty and they'll form their little groups, even among friends. And then, like, they'll say catty things, especially as you're getting older and the jealousy starts with the boys. And, you know, they'll say catty things to each other, which I didn't experience as much. Okay, it happens everywhere. In the Catholic school, there's just a different upbringing. You know, where, yeah, they may have these views that you don't agree with, but the upbringing is to be kind to everyone. And at least the ones that went to my Catholic school, they followed those teachings. They didn't bully, you know. They didn't say a little catty thing here and there. But there was one kid that got teased, but the other kids would stick up for him, you know. So there was always, I don't know, there was always some recourse that you would have in the Catholic school. And you had God if worse came to shove, you know, push the last case scenario, you believe in God, you had God if you believe in God. I actually didn't believe in God when I was in Catholic school. I didn't, you know, I went through the motions because I had to, because that's what everyone else was doing, but I'd go to mass and I'd be like, oh, I stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. It's like, why do we have to stand up and sit down so much? Drive me crazy. I wouldn't remember the lines to the Our Father. I keep forgetting them, and I would just move my lips. You know, okay, we will now say, but God knew. God knew what I was doing. All right. All right. Let's find it. Candy, and the name of the candy, which I don't agree with that name, but it's called Black Death. But it is a name that kind of implies that it's a very strong mega sour. Mr. Sims, Black Death Mega Sour. Holy. You know what, though? It looks like a hard candy. I wish it were a chewy. Mega Sour Raspberry Bombs. Are we chatting? Oh, we're still here. It's just me. I'm still 4 people. Okay. Sour Raspberry. Sour Pickleballs. Alamo Candy Sour Pickleballs. What are those? I'm curious about this expensive stuff. Look how expensive this stuff is. Wait a minute. Airdrop up. Oh, you know what else I was going to get? One of you told me to get freeze-dried candy. Why don't I buy that too while I'm on here? I did just get a paycheck. I mean, I got my paycheck from my little stint I did a couple weeks ago, and it's so Mega Sour Bomb. Black garlic. Oh, that's whole black garlic fermented for 90 days. Oh, there's all this other stuff coming up. 1-Up Sour Challenge by FaZe Rug Extreme Sour Candy Experience. Oh, look at all these. Freeze-dried Cosmic Crunchies. Sour. Sour Skittles. Okay. Oh, let me show you the page. Sorry. Let me share the page so you see what I'm looking at. Share screen. There we go. Okay, and if you guys see one that you think I should try, let me know. I'm up close because I'm only wearing one contact lens. Oops, sorry about that. Oops. Okay, let's see. I gotta, where's my, okay, I got my, I gotta stop fighting on the internet. Oh, people responding. Let me just, I hope it's someone that's not arguing. Sometimes people agree with me, and then I'm like, oh, thank goodness. I hate arguing on the internet, but I do it. And then I say, if I'm going to do it, I got to argue to the, but I hope it's someone that agreed with what I said, because I don't feel like arguing right now. Let's see. All right, fine, whatever. He didn't agree or disagree. Okay, I'm just going to leave it. I won't respond because it's not a comment that's, you know, I pick my battles. It's not worth arguing with that particular response because he wasn't actually disagreeing 100%. He was kind of, but I'll just leave it at that. All right, no more arguing on the internet. But I have very, you know, I argue, but it's not like I'm flying arguing all over the place. I'm arguing from, you know, with, okay, people are going to say, oh, that's what you think. But my points are very well researched. You know, I have them because I've looked it up. You know, I don't read much. You all know that. But I do speak to a lot of different people from different communities. I do Google, you know, and read short articles. You know, it's not all coming from big fat books that you get intelligence or even newspaper, definitely not newspaper articles. And I learned from arguing too, because as I'm arguing, then someone else has a point that I'd never heard before. And he's got a response back to my point that I had researched. So then I learn, you know. So in a way, arguing helps me learn, which is why sometimes I like to argue too. But they one-up me, but one-upping me with actual something that I have to then Google and see if it's true. And then, you know, it many times is. And then I was like, oh, I lost my one-up because now they've got a one-up on me as far as a response to that narrative. So then I got to come up with a new narrative and I got to find, you know, and if I can't find any way to do it, then I realize, oh, well, then that person was right. And then it's added to my repertoire of what I know. So there's a whole process. It's not just me because I feel like arguing with people. I mean, sometimes I do just feel like arguing. That's true. But ordinarily, I'm arguing because I want to bring out a point, which is what happened in this community of rich people who don't do crap and sit on their butts all day and naysay everyone who's actually doing something. All right. Mega Sour Fizz Bombs. Okay, I got to get the actual one that's called Black Death. But I don't, where is that one? There's Mega Sour. I want the actual one that's known. I'm going to try some of these others too, but oh, I didn't want to. Toxic Waste. Extreme. All right, let's look. Oh, that looks cute. Sour-rageous Drops. Wiley Wallaby. They use palm oil. I buy them sometimes. Okay, let's just put it in there again. Black Death. Mr. Simmons sees Black Death sour candy. I did, so why didn't it come up? All right, let's just do Black Death sour candy. Just short. Black Death sour candy. Hang on. Oh my gosh, this arm keeps hurting me. Rejuvenate your taste buds. Oh, I'm not looking at the chat. Okay. Oh, you guys are still there. Okay. Swad. Okay. Digestive chocolate candy. What's digestive chocolate candy? Is that X-Lax? Available about this item. Oh, I love this because it's all candy you don't find at the store. It's expensive though, but Swad Digestive Drops, a delicious tingling candy. Tingling candy. It's ASMR candy that's fun to have at any time of day. And what's more, it's a great treat to your stomachs too. Swad is a product that is universally relished by all people of all ages. Katamitha taste is the best way to enjoy while staying. Oh, it has some sort of, looks like a hard candy. I don't really like hard candy. Herbal ingredients, unique taste. All right, well, I'm not going to get that one, but it does sound interesting. It's from India, apparently. Spices and fruits. What happened? Oh. Swad mouth freshener. Center filled. Oh, that looks yummy. Okay, anyway, it's sort of holistic candy. Ayurvedic candy. Let's see. Let me go back here. Freeze dried. I'm going to get the, oh, look at it. Freeze dried variety pack. I'm definitely getting the freeze dried. I don't remember who suggested that. Oh my gosh, this looks delicious. Oh, it's black licorice. Oh my goodness. That must be amazing. But I'm not going to get it. All right, let's stick to it. So freeze dried. Where's the Black Death candy? Wait a minute. Let me look somewhere else. Black Death candy. Let me just do a general search. Black licorice. Popular candy recalled after child dies. Holy, let's look at that one. Let me switch to the other one that I'm looking at. Wait a minute. Present. Oh, hang on a second. Wait a minute. Remove. Wait a minute. I want to remove this, and I want to share the screen, but I'm going to share this one. Share. Candy recall. 70 million slime liquor rolling candy recall after 7-year-old's death 12 days ago. Wow. Oh, we're going to read that. Yeah, you have to be careful with children. Well, even grown-ups. But USA Today. Candy recall. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Wait, you're not seeing it. Wait a minute. Are you guys seeing? You're not seeing what I'm seeing. Why is that? Oh, because it opened a new screen. Okay. I see. All right. I need to close this. Now what are you seeing? Okay. I got to present the new screen. Share screen. Slime liquor candy recall. Share. All right. Here we go. Candy recall. 70 million slime liquor rolling candies recalled after 7-year-old's death. Slime liquor, sour rolling liquid candy, and cocoa candy rolling candy are being recalled after a girl choked to death. Oh my gosh. A 7-year-old girl died choking on a ball that dislodged from a candy roller ball tree. Ah, right. Exactly. That's true. I've had that. Didn't I do one of those? I even did a candy attack on that, prompting a recall of more than 70 million containers. Candy Dynamics recalled 70 million containers of slime liquor sour rolling liquid candy because of a choking hazard, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission said. In a separate recall Thursday, KGR Candies recalled about that many tubes of cocoa. Yeah, it's sort of like, if you guys don't know what it is, it's like, when you have that rolling ball for antiperspirant that you roll on and there's a ball that rolls around. So that ball came dislodged and it got stuck in her throat. Oh, gosh. Oh. As for the Candy Dynamics products, the commission said there have been 2 reports of the candy's rolling ball detaching from the container. No injuries have been reported involving that candy. Okay. Yeah. Be careful, people. Any of these candies that have the rolling ball top, that's recalled too. I don't think they should be selling them anymore now, but if they are, don't buy them. That's terrible. Let me see. All right. Well, that's that then. So that's it. Let me present back here on Amazon then. Share screen, Amazon. All right. Oh, I'm getting a buzz on my phone. Is someone calling me? Oh, it's Josh, the guy about the guy that we're going to do the candy attack with. I'm going to purchase mine. Oh, he's saying he's about to purchase his. Okay. I'm going to let him know I'm on the live now. He may not be watching. Maybe he's one of the 4 people, but I'll let him know. I'm going to purchase mine. View photo. Oh, there he is. He's buying it. He's getting it on Amazon. Yeah, that doesn't look like Black Death, though. Okay. I'm on the live. I'm telling you, I'm on the live now. But that does not say Black Death. Is that the right one? Is that the right one? There we go. Okay, I'll leave it. Yeah, he pulled up the same one I just did, that raspberry one, but it doesn't look like Black Death. It says Mega Sour Raspberry Bombs. Barnett's Mega Sour Rock Candy. Sims. Let me just quick look here. Sims Black Death. MrSims.co. I think I'm going to have to go directly to the website. How to buy Black Death Sour Candy. Mr. Sims. Yeah, look, they have a website, MrSims.co. Let me switch. When I open a new screen, I got to switch it over here. Hang on a second. Remove it. Present. Share screen. Is that it or is that it? It's this one. Share. Okay. I'm going to tell him I'm at MrSims.co. Mr. Sims. I might buy the other ones too. .co. I'm at Mr. Sims. If I'm going to be spending all this money on candy, I'm going to have to do ASMR. All right. So let's see. It's in the UK, Mr. Sims. I wonder if it ships all the way from there. Black Death is 3.80 pounds. Sold out. How about a different size? 500? Now it's all sold out. 1 kilo. All right. It's sold out. So, wow. It's apparently a lot of people want to try it. Oops. I closed the screen. Amazon Mega Sour. Yeah, I don't. Oh, Black Death Mega Sours. Wait, I just saw it. Hang on. Black Death Mega Sour. Oh, that's a YouTube. I can't find it. Okay. Black Death Candy. Let me do another search again. What are you guys seeing? Oh, you guys aren't seeing it. Share screen. All right, and then that pops up. And then that popped up. 20% off candy. Shop famous. That's the one I was just at. How to buy. That's from 2019. Black Death Sours. Here we go. Black Death Sours. Where do I buy it? I tried the sourest candy in the world. Internet shocked. Buy Black Death Candy. Amazon. Here we go. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? No. See, it opens in a new window, and then you can't see my new window. You're still seeing the old window. I wonder if I could get it to, how do I get it to follow whatever I'm looking at? Hang on. All right. Present. Share the screen. Oh, I can choose, okay, I could choose the tab or the window. Oh, okay, I can choose the window and then you'll bounce around with me, I think. So there we go. To share audio. Okay, here we go. I think if I click it this way, whenever I bounce around, you'll see whatever I'm seeing. Okay, yeah, that should work. So let's see. If I go here, you see that. Hang on. I'm still learning StreamYard. I like it, though. You know what? They must automatically be renewing my... Wait, you guys are not seeing what I'm seeing. Why is that? All right, I'm over here. Okay, I got to figure this out. Let me look at my YouTube over here and see what you are all seeing. Oh. Hang on. Let me go here. Let me go to YouTube. Ramble Scramble. Yeah, we don't think that's the right one. That one is sold out. I'm writing to Josh again. That Mr. Sims site is sold out. Is sold out. But I'll let you know when I find it. But I'll send you a link when I find the right one. I wonder why he's not on the live. But I'll send you the link when I find it. When I find it. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, right. I was going on here. Yeah, so Josh, he's one person that we kind of chit-chatted with over the years. You know, one of the people, I guess, who found me through the ASMR. And, yeah, I'm going to start bringing people on and, you know, if they want. And all of you, it's such a small channel. Go ahead and advertise whatever you do. If you have a channel or if you've made a movie or, you know, Poetic YY. Actually, Katiana, there you are. If you're both still here. Poetic YY, Katiana, is the gentleman who has your own now. I forgot what you do. You do like editing of, I forgot what it was. And Katiana does documentary films. She just did her, I don't know if it's your first one, but it's one that you've just done. You know, maybe over time you'll find something in common that you could work on. All right. I'm glad I'm hoping we're the same one. Okay, yeah, he's not on my live. Okay, let me go to YouTube and get this candy bought, and then I need to do something productive with my day. Eek. Ew. Ugh, I hate that. You go on YouTube, sometimes you see things you don't want to see. All right, let me just quick try to get out of there. Go to Ramble Scramble. And see what you guys are seeing now. So, all right, so you're looking at, all right, you're looking at that. Okay, now if I click here, let's see what happens on my YouTube. Or does it stick to the same? All right, meanwhile, I'm going to be looking for that candy. Oh, you are seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, there's a slight delay. Oh, good. Okay, it's working. So wherever I'm clicking to, you're seeing. Good to know. All right, so here I am. So we're going to try to find Black Death candy. Oh, these are delicious. I love these licorice bridge mix. Yeah, and it keeps popping up to this, the mega sour. Well, maybe that's what it is. It's just that the Black Death does not look, and that's Barnett's. It's supposed to be Mr. Sims. Well, I'm definitely going to get that freeze-dried candy because someone had suggested that. Black Forest chewy filled sweet and sour candy. Oh my God, my mouth is watering. I want to buy all this stuff. Hungarian Negro candy. Black currant flavor. Galactic sour cube. Okay, I've had these sour cubes. What's fun about these, they turn your tongue. They're fun because they turn your tongue blue. Completely. I want to get some for my godson. Final Ball Sour. Townsend's Licorice Treats. Oh, I love this kind of licorice. Look at these Halloween candy corns. Look at, they're in different colors. They're in blue and black. Extreme sour. Okay, freeze dried 69 though. 69.51. But you get a whole variety of stuff. The freeze dried space sharks. That must be cool. I love those gummy sharks. Rip to my mouth. Black, white, rip to my mouth. Candy boxes. Halloween is coming. Black gummies. Okay, yeah, I don't see the. What a pity. Willy Wallaby. Yeah, no, I don't see that stuff. We could try. Soft sour balls. Yeah, I don't see the Mr. Sims. Okay, I'm going to watch a video then. There wasn't one that's saying how to buy because these are maybe close to it. I could try this anyway. Mega Sour Raspberry Bombs, 250 grams. I don't know what the difference is. This one's cheaper, so. I wonder if it's similar. It's Barnett's. Fizz. Oh, they fizz in your mouth. They're sour and they're fizzy. Like Pop Rocks. Ingredients. Glucose, citric acid, malic acid. Yeah, those are the things that make it sour. The malic acid, I learned about that. They're loose. Why is that popping up? Oh, I would have gotten a 30% off. I just don't think that they're so sour. All right. Extreme Phase Rug Extreme Candy Experience. Heck, I should try to get wholesale some of those black sour balls and sell them. They sell out. They're not easy to find, apparently. Okay, I'm going to watch the video. There was a video that said how to find the Black Death, where to buy it or whatever. So let's look it up. Mr. Sims Black Death. Maybe you could get them on back order, but I don't feel like ordering them all the way from England. How to buy the Black Death. You guys are seeing this, right? I don't trust. Let me see here. All right. Here we go. You guys are not seeing what I'm seeing though. Images. Oh. Okay, here we go. Okay. How to buy the Black Death. Those are. We're loading your content. Stay tuned. We hear how maybe there's a different website for it. Yeah, I went to the. Yeah, I'm going to go back to that website. First, let's see what it says here. Hannah, listen to this article now. I like that when I have the choice to listen. Hannah takes her journey to find love on the road. Wait, what does that have to do with the candy? The Bachelorette. Wait a minute. A candy. Okay. The highlight of this week's episode had to be when Brown and contestant Mike tried a candy pegged as one of the most sour on the planet. Brown did not shy away. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it was on The Bachelorette. They were competing with each other for The Bachelorette by eating the candy. If you're one of the viewers, the candy Black Death for purchase. Here, so you can buy it. Black Death Pip, which is made by the company. It can be ordered online. It comes with a warning, not only for the sour coating that's said to last around 20 seconds, but for possible uncomfortable side effects the sour could cause. On their website, Mr. Sims warns that stomach irritation and or mouth pain may occur while you... Well, it's the experience. Buy this domain. It's for sale. Oh, it's a different... So yeah, and so that's no longer... How old is this article? That's from 2019. So that's no longer the website. So let's go back to Mr. Sims and see if it directs me somewhere. MrSims.co. All right, and they're sold out. Mega Sour Cola, Black Death. Okay, this one, Black Death 100 grams. This product is currently only available as part of our free offer with orders over 20 pounds. Okay, so I would have to buy 20 pounds worth and shipping. Oh, look, they're selling Sour Patch over there in England. Okay, well, I kind of didn't feel like ordering all the way from England, but apparently it's hard to come by. So they'll send me this for free if I buy 20 pounds. How much is 20 pounds plus shipping? Exchange rate, pound to dollar. So 20 pounds, British pounds would be, all right, $24, $25 plus shipping. And then I would get them for free, which, I'll think about it now. I'd like to see if I can find them somewhere else. Black Death offer product below. This product is only currently available as part of our free offer with orders over 20. Okay. And then I have to go through here and pick things. So let's see. Let's see if they have freeze dry. American sweets, chocolate bars. Look, they're selling American candy over there. All right, let's see what they have. Oh, maybe I should make a candy. Maybe I should make my own candy and make it super sour to compete with them and have it in America. Pick your own mix. That looks good. 500, pick your own mix. Well, I don't want to buy American candy. American hard gums, they call them. These are gumdrops. And they sell them over there. It's only 2 pounds. Aniseed bone. Arizona iced tea. Apple crumble fudge. Yeah, it's the regular phone. Let me go see. It's a spam call. Nobody calls the landline anymore. It's all spam. Sales. And, all right. What happened? Okay. Is that everything? Page, oh, there's 10 pages of things. Dib Dab. Black Death sold out. See? So we can close that one. Black Death Pips, they're also sold out. Black Death offer product only. So they'll send me some free Black Death. Spooky mix. Well, I'm going to keep searching. If any of you happen to find it, let me know. I mean, mean, I don't really want to buy all these other candies and pay shipping because there are candies that I can probably get here, a lot of them, or cider apples, cola. I mean, all these candies are, some of them maybe I couldn't get here. Look at that, skull suckers. That looks kind of like the thing that girl died on. Mhm. Filled raspberry cables, you can buy those here. They're a different brand, but these are not, amazing. You get the same stuff here. Maybe I could go to a specialty shop. We have candy, like specialty candy shops here in my, oops, I closed it by accident, but that's okay. How sour are they? Let me see. I want to watch one or two more videos of that Black Death stuff. And then, yeah, we already went there. Okay. Mr. Sims Black Death. Why is that saying stop sharing? Oh, hang on. I gotta get off. Otherwise, you're gonna hear. Making your candy would be very unique. Yes, hi, Coaster Corner. Yeah, there you go. Another idea. I did actually try once. When I was living in Argentina, I was desperately looking for licorice, just common black licorice. They don't have it down there. Maybe they do in Buenos Aires, but I was living in Cordoba. I couldn't find it. And take it back with me. And then all the kids loved it. So, but I said, oh, I should make some. I should try to learn how to make it. And I watched YouTube videos, and I couldn't make it though. It's not so easy to make that licorice. So, but yeah, I mean, legitimately, I would do it. I wouldn't do it just, oh, I'm going to make it from home. You have to have, when you make something for public consumption, as you just saw, you have to be very conscious of safety, hygiene, the packaging that you have to put on the packaging. It's very, which I can do. But yeah, why don't I try to, fiddle around at home and come up with some kind of sour candy? Because any candy, candy is candy. You want a candy to be different than the other candy. So, and see that Black Death is apparently as difficult as it is to eat. It's got people's curiosity piqued so that I bet you they're not even sold out. They probably have it off the market to get people to buy. Like, they have this special, oh, we're currently out, but if you spend $20, we'll get you a free, that's their little marketing. I can understand the marketing behind it. They're not sold out. They have access to making more of it. It's not a difficult candy to make, probably. It's just a ball of sourness. But they say, oh, let's pull back a little and get the people riled up, and then throw, and it's good marketing. It's good marketing. So I will find it so we can do it. Yeah. Oh, Coaster Corner. Are you Josh? I think that's Josh. Coaster Corner. Yeah, we're looking now. So far we can't find it, but yeah, we're gonna, when we do eventually find it, we want to do an online trying it. But let's see this guy, what he has to say. Okay, I'm gonna go off screen because you're gonna hear the background from my. So I'll be right back. Wait, you guys are gonna see what I'm seeing, though, right? Well, British people are known to be very, culturally, everybody, there's always exception, but, you know, very, so his reaction was actually quite elaborate for a British person, I think. But no, he didn't seem too, not anything compared to the young lady we saw earlier, where she's screaming. So I don't know. I want to watch one or two more reactions because I'm wondering if she was just making it because she was on camera, so maybe she was overdoing it. I don't know, or maybe she really did react that way. I'm not saying, some people have a higher tolerance. I have a very high tolerance for sour because I love sour candy so much and sour things that I can eat a candy that others might consider very sour that I think is, oh, it's kind of sour, but let me see if there's any other. I'll watch like one or two more videos of people. Let me go to YouTube and then I'll share the screen again. But let me find another one. Let's see. Black Death. Holy gosh, when I see things that jump out, it's just gross. Like gross. I know why. I know why it's happening because the algorithms. Because there was this period where I was obsessed with cow abscesses, where you'd go, the farmers would be, a cow would have a big abscess filled with. I'm sorry for grossing you out. I know we're talking about candy and stuff, but so I guess I started watching those videos like a lot, and they would, open it, and then all the stuff would come out, and then the cow would feel better. It was a happy ending, but and I've been watching those hoof clipping video. The professional hoof groomers for cows, and those are sometimes getting. So I guess because I watch all that stuff, they pop up with these kind of gross videos that I can watch, but it's not cows anymore. It's actually on people. So I got to get out of that algorithm now. All right, Black Death Candy Challenge. Challenge. I think there's even a compilation at this point. Okay. Okay, Black Death. OMG, I tried Black Death. Here's a short. Oh, is that the same lady? Oh, it's the same lady that we just saw. The Black Death, the most part one. Okay, here's one doing it alongside the lady. Most sourest candy. The pickleball. That same lady's doing pickleballs. Oh, does she have like a candy channel? She gets millions of views. Oh, I'm gonna try. All right, I'm getting excited now. I think I found my soulmate. This woman. Okay, one second. Let me. Are we on there? Okay, there. Look. Okay, I'm gonna take myself off, and we're gonna watch the lady do the pickleballs. Oh, that's Josh. Okay, here, let's look. I was thinking about getting this candy. I just saw it on the Amazon. Okay, 1 minute. I'm gonna take myself off. Oh, were you guys watching what I was watching, or did I watch the whole thing by myself? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. I hope I did it right. I think I did it wrong. Let me see. Stop screen. I was watching the young lady. She does apparently candy videos. All right, anyway, maybe you missed it, but I just subscribed to her. She looks like a fun lady. Underrated hijabi. Underrated hijabi. Oh, she's a character. Now we can add the strawberry. Oh my goodness, she made a large Black Death. Okay, that's 7.9 million views. Is that oh my gosh. Proud to be part of Women of YouTube. Oh. No, she sounds interesting. And because she's apparently Muslim, she was even concerned about the halal in the candy. That was interesting. I don't know. I hope you guys saw what I was watching. But anyway, and now she has videos. Then she has eating at the worst rated restaurants in London. She's Dubai. Oh, I'm going to watch. I think I'm going to learn a lot from this young lady. And we have candy in common. She also does apparently other food stuff. Only eat sour candy or quit YouTube. Would you rather? Questions with. Okay. Underrated hijabi. If you guys like her, that's her channel. She has millions of subscribers. People love candy. Yeah, I get people telling me, "Oh, when are you going to do a candy attack? When are you going to, And I like to do them. I've been trying to not eat so much candy lately, but anyway, all right, I'm going to go, guys. If you find out, anyone who's watching now, if you find out where you can get Sims other than at the Sims website, Mr. Sims website, where I have to buy 20 pounds and then I can get some free Black Death, let me know if you find it. But I wonder if that lady overreacts a bit. I don't know, maybe. But even so, apparently it's a thing. And I'm going to get some freeze-dried candy, and I'm going to get some, maybe I'll try some other kind of sour candy. That's, but apparently Black Death is the one we need to get. All right. So, all right, I'll let you go. And yeah, Josh, if I find the candies, of course, I'll send you the link so you can buy some too. Maybe we could try those mega sours. Well, we'll discuss it. If I decide to try one of the other candies that we saw on Amazon, maybe we'll try it. But all right, bye everyone. I don't know. Brian didn't appear, and I haven't spoken with him since. But I did write to him and tell him I understand. Maybe you fell asleep. I have a feeling he got home. He was, he needed about an hour to get ready. I have a feeling he just fell asleep that night. But you know what I'm thinking? Maybe we don't have to make it such a thing. That's the other thing. I was making it into this thing. Oh, I'm going to interview. Maybe one day when he happens to be on, we'll make it a more casual thing. Like one day he'll happen to be on, but he, because I don't know the current situation. I know because I watch his videos on TikTok. So if you're interested, I'll give you his TikTok. I don't watch them all the time, but sometimes, I'll watch a few. And I think he was about to do a drag show, somewhere. So I don't know his status as far as what gender he is. I was under the impression that he was transitioning at one point to become a woman and then realized it wasn't his choice, is the impression I got. But maybe it is. So, because there are people who do drag and that's fine for them. Oh, I'll just do drag and I'll feel that dysphoria that I have through drag, but that I'm still a man, so I don't know if maybe that, because he did say something about in one of his videos that he was doing a drag show. So, and they get very famous, the drag show queens, but they sometimes still identify as men, but they do drag. And in cultures throughout history, we've had people cross-dressing or what do you call these kabuki? Is it kabuki in Japan, where the men dress as women? Kabuki, let me see. I learned about it years ago when I was young. Kabuki, No, it's not kabuki. Japan. Is it kabuki? Let me find out. No, kabuki. Wait a minute. What is kabuki? Let me try that. What is kabuki? If I got the word right, I might have had the wrong word. Kabuki theater. Kabuki is a form of classical theater in Japan known for its elaborate costumes and dynamic acting. The phrases... Oh, no, that's not the one. No, kabuki is just theater in general in Japan. But there's one where the men dress as women. Japan theater men who dress. It's not drag. Well, I guess it would be the Japanese form of drag. Men who dress as women. Cross-gender acting. Oh, it is kabuki theater. Men. Okay. This is from Wikipedia. Are you guys seeing? Oh, no, I don't have it. Let me share it. Share screen. We're cross-gender acting. Wait a minute. What did you say? I just saw the chat. Hang on a second. Oh, you have to get your food. Okay, see you later. I think they did that because women were banned to do that. Oh, okay. Maybe in the old days, and now women can do it. But yeah, maybe in the olden times, women weren't allowed to be on stage, so men would dress as women. Oh, okay. So it's not necessarily because it was the theme. Traditions of male-only performance cultures. Okay, are you seeing this? Okay. During the early development of ancient Greek theater in the 6th century, we see both Athenian women and men performed. By the 5th century, Athenian cultural codes excluded women from public life. Okay, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Men also played females in English Renaissance theater and continue to do in Japanese kabuki theater. In Chinese opera, specialized male actors who play female roles are referred to as nandan. Okay, so this kabuki theater began in the 17th century with all female troupes performing both male and female roles. So it used to be all women. In 1629, the disrepute of kabuki led to banning women to save their honor. But kabuki's great popularity inspired the formation of all male group troops to carry on. Oh, those men took it away from us. In kabuki, the portrayal of female characters by men is known as onagata. The practice is detailed in a story of the same name by the Japanese writer. All right. So, but kabuki today, I assume now anyone, both men and women. Do women act in kabuki theater today? Where are the women? It's still in the 21st century. You guys are seeing it, right? All right. I think there's a delay here. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Hang on. Is there that much of a delay? Oh, no. You guys can't see what I'm seeing because I did the thing wrong. Wait a minute. Let me fix that. Disappeared. Present, share screen. Where are the women? Okay. Shining spotlight on Japan. Kabuki, where are the women? You see it now? Okay, you do. Okay. It's the Onagata Iwaihan Shiori as the grocer's daughter. On stage, it is cold, dark night towards the end of the 12th month. At this late hour in the Hongo district of Old Edo, the city gates are already firmly barred and there seems to be... see, I get so tired of reading. She must do so. Oh, she has discovered the whereabouts of the blah, blah, blah. You know, it's too long. See, guys, I just lose my patience. I just want to know if women play kabuki today. Is that, Osichan says, is that really a 16-year-old girl? The answer, of course, is no. It is a man dressed as a young girl's kimono. He's middle-aged. Suddenly we realize that we are watching not reality. It is art. At such times, unfamiliar with kabuki's acting conventions may find it strange that the actors are exclusively male. Though in history women have been banned from appearing on the public stage in many different countries, including Shakespeare's England, such prohibitions belong to the past. They come from times of today are totally acceptable. Yet still in the 21st century, mature women do not appear in kabuki. In fact, the law against women appearing on stage in Japan, first promulgated in 1629, was relaxed in 1888. But unlike other Japanese theater forms, kabuki chose to ignore the new freedom. Many will ask why such an antiquated practice continues. To do so, however, is to misunderstand. It shows a lack of appreciation for what it is in its own right, a great art form. Actors who play female roles in kabuki are called onnagata. Although there are some who act both male and female characters with great skill, there are many important roles. All right. So basically, so even today, only males act in kabuki. And, but it's not necessarily because of cross-dressing per se. It's more because of the mores of society. Women, no honorable woman would be caught dead on stage, so in 1629. But, and now it's become an art form because, to be a good actor, you play a role of something that you actually are not. So getting a young girl to play the role of a young girl it's not hard, So it's more appreciated as the art of acting, I guess, or something like that. But which is kind of happens in American theater. That's the dehumidifiers on. In American movies, you'll sometimes have people complaining. Well, for example, when Tom Hanks won an actor's Oscar for Philadelphia, he played a gay man in Philadelphia, a movie about a man who it's a true story, a lawyer who got AIDS. And people, oh, well, or whatever it is. Oh, this person is playing the role of that, and he's not even gay. She's not even a gay person, or she's not even Asian, and the character's supposed to be Asian, or whatever it is. Or even at one time, I couldn't believe it, but it's actually true. They were going to do a movie of Harriet Tubman, or they did a movie of Harriet Tubman, and Julia Roberts was being considered for the role of Harriet Tubman, which first you'd say, oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. That would be like blackface, basically she's a white lady. But then, with blackface blackface is considered derogatory to black people because of the times when people would do it as a show, like to be funny. And yeah, obviously that's derogatory. But if the makeup is well done, it's not just funny makeup. It's actually well done professionally, not in a way to make fun. Then is that really derogatory? Would that still be considered blackface in the term of the racist type of blackface? I don't know. I'm not a black person, but I think, let's say they ended up not doing it. She didn't end up playing the role. I don't know if they ended up doing the movie or whatever. But let's say they would have chosen Julia Roberts, and she did the movie with excellent makeup done, perfectly, not in a way that's making fun. Obviously, you're not going to make fun of Harriet Tubman. I don't know. Maybe black people can weigh in on it if you feel like here or in general out there when you're out discussing, because I don't see it as making fun of black people if you put a white person in black makeup. If it's a serious thing, just like putting a kabuki actor dressed up as a woman is not making fun of women. And even sometimes drag, I don't want to say I'm insulted by drag. I think it's funny, but some women might say, oh, that's an insult to men dressing up as women and being funny and making fun of us. I think it's funny, but that might be considered the equivalent of blackface to a feminist, for example, one of the hardcore ones, and the trans exclusionary feminists, which exist, and which I guess I would consider. As much as I love people in general, and I have met online I've met Ryan online, not in person. He's not trans, but he has considered becoming trans and whatever, and I've seen trans people that I like on YouTube. It's all on YouTube. So, but even so, I would kind of exclude them from certain areas of feminism, certain areas. And again, sports, I'm 100% that they should not be competing in sports, unless maybe I would make an exception for the ones who might have transitioned prior to puberty. But, so just because we don't necessarily, we women, I'll talk for all feminists as well. Now, some of the feminists have been quite aggressive against the trans women, and I don't think that's helping. It's certainly not helping. I think what would help feminism in general, is for us to say, okay, trans women, let's talk. I mean, but not with that anger, against them. It's just, yeah, we have things in common. If you're identifying as women and truly living your life as a woman, we could use your help. I don't think we should be excluding them 100%, because definitely a strong person, even if they're physically stronger because of they happen to have gone through male puberty or whatever, great. We might need some of that for protection. I think there's room for trans women in the women's movement and in feminism and all that. But we've got to come to some sort of agreements. Until then, we can't just say, oh, we're in 100% on everything, because also you will have the men who are cisgender men. Oh, I'm a woman today because and so I get the rights of, like they did at a show. They did it at a. Is that too loud? There was a show recently, some kind of thing that was for women entrepreneurs, I think, or women, to network. And a bunch of cisgender men just said, oh, I'm non-binary, I identify as a woman, and they had to let them in. So they overtook the women's convention. And the women who it was meant for their opportunities and all, a lot of them couldn't get in because the seats were taken by all these cisgender men. Now, I think they did it to prove a point. I think that, but it did bring up something that's a very legitimate consideration. How do we prevent men from invading women's spaces unauthentically? We can't just say, oh, you identify a woman, you're a woman. Because, okay, well then today I identify as a woman. We have to put some restrictions. Maybe I feel if you truly, and yeah, it can get expensive, but I think insurance covers it now. The transgender operation. Maybe, okay, if you've gone through the operation, you've proven yourself. I'm sorry that you have to prove that you're a woman. Maybe that's not fair. But there has to be some way to determine that you truly, truly are a woman sincerely, So it's unfair, yeah, but, biology kind of makes things unfair for you, So maybe if you're any transgender women watching, I always remember I might be speaking to someone of that thing. Realistically, how you expect it? Oh, I'm a woman. Okay, great, you're a woman. Let's go. And then there are cases of men who pretend to be women so that they can get into the women's bathroom. It probably is not the most common case, but how do we prevent? And I'll be honest with you. One time I walked into a woman's bathroom and I saw what I perceived as a man. It turned out she was a woman. She was just a very big, large woman. She was, I think, biologically born a woman. But she was a security guard in one of the buildings I temped at. And so I walked into the bathroom. All I saw was this huge, not fat, very manly, large man, like muscular looking from the back. She had her hair up in the hat, the security guard hat. So I couldn't tell that she had long hair even, which doesn't matter. She still could have been a man with long hair. But I walked in and I gasped because I thought, oh my gosh, I thought I'd walked into the men's bathroom by accident, which, and then she looked around like she was startled that I was startled, but I gasped really loud. I was like, And then when she turned around, I saw that her face was that of a woman. I had first only seen her back, and I realized, well, whatever, she looked like a woman in her face. And they said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were a man. It just came out. I didn't even mean to insult her." I'm sure it's happened to her before, because she really, I mean, I think she was an attractive woman, young lady. But my point is, okay, it turned out she was a woman. She was in the men's bathroom. She was in the women's bathroom, but she was a woman that I perceived for a 2-3 seconds to be a man. But just that, and I certainly felt uncomfortable in whatever bathroom it was. It turned out it was the women's bathroom. I thought I'd walked into the men's bathroom, so a trans woman who still looks very male, I can see the discomfort of being in the same bathroom. So they now have the family bathrooms at some of the shopping malls. They have men's room, women's room, and then they have the family bathroom that anyone can go into. It's there for maybe, for example, I mean, it is a good idea, because sometimes Jay Sean is a little bigger now, but when he was younger, and even now, I stand outside when I take him to a public bathroom. I don't just say go to the bathroom, because you at least listen to see if there's some crazy person in there, But when he was younger, I couldn't go into the men's room with him, obviously. So, of course, I would take him into the ladies' room, and he didn't want to go into the women's room because he was young. He was too young to go by himself, but he wasn't old enough to be going into the men's room by himself, I felt. And so, so anyway, these family bathrooms are for that. You can go into it's a private, just a one-person bathroom, like even for anyone, anyone can use it. I mean, you hope it stays clean. That's the problem. If men's bathrooms are usually gross. I've been in men's bathrooms when I've been desperate to go to the bathroom and there was a long line and I said, screw it. And there was no one in the men's room, like no one, zero line at the men's room. And they do have stalls in there. And I was desperate. I had to pee. I had no choice. I mean, I had a choice. I could have peed on myself. I said, screw it. I'm just going to the men's room. I'll get into one of the stalls. And there were no men in there. But even if a man would have walked in, who cares? I'm in the stall. I mean, when you got to go, you got to go. So I did. I did not feel comfortable. I went as quickly as I could, and I washed my hands and left as quickly as I could. But, but it was disgusting in there. Those men's rooms are gross. What do you men do in there? For goodness sakes. I mean, honestly, you guys should be neater than we are. You got the equipment all prepackaged, and the urinals on the wall. It was filthy in there. And the women's bathrooms, public bathrooms, can get kind of gross, but I could not believe the difference. What was my point? I don't remember. I get angry all the time. I get angry. Oh, J-Lo playing Serena. She's Puerto Rican while Selena was Mexican. Yeah, well, there's the overlap of, they're both Latinas at least, but I didn't read these. I bet that was funny to watch in some cases. Julia Roberts is not black. Exactly. No black person has ever played a white character in movies or shows, so why allow people to do that? Yeah, I mean, it would make sense to hire a black actress, because just acting alone is... Yeah, that's what I thought too, but, they were considering her, and they didn't, and I think it's a good thing they didn't. But how far do you take it? Okay, race makes sense, a black character playing, but what about Tom Hanks playing a gay man? Because they are actors after all, and some people are saying, well, that's not fair, he's not really gay, so why is he playing a gay man, and the other guy, Antonio Banderas, played his boyfriend. So I don't know. I don't know how far to take the thing. But yeah, I didn't read all that stuff you wrote, Katiana. But yeah, that would make more sense than saying, saying a male can't play a gay person, because that's what acting is. And it doesn't, the physical, yeah, okay, you kind of have to look like the character, but the acting part, you know. There was Victor Victoria. That's a movie. Is it a movie? It used to be on show, and then became a movie. That was a man. It was a woman playing a man playing a woman, and the actor, he used to be on Rockford Files. Everybody loved him. He passed away. He was like going crazy because he was in love with her. Because first he thought he was like falling in love, and then he wasn't in love because he thought he was a woman. He thought it was a man, and then and I didn't actually ever see the movie, but at one point he just got to there was one scene that they showed in the trailer that he's like, I don't care if you are a man, and he just started kissing her because he was going crazy. He couldn't figure out if he was a man or a woman, but he was falling in love with her. And then it turned out as she was a woman at the end, because we know the actress. Not Julia Roberts, Julie Andrews and Garner, James Garner, Cherokee, James Garner, American actor. I don't know if he's full Cherokee, but he has Cherokee bloodline. He got so famous. Victor Victoria. Maybe you could do I like these watch parties, but as it turns out, I get the copyright blocks on me because they say this is a copyright. So I started watching something with you guys once, and I got the copyright thing, and it blocked it from anyone seeing it. Victor Victoria is the name of the movie. Victor Victoria, 1982 film. Julie Andrews, James Garner. The Rockford Files. He used to be on the Rockford Files. Maybe we could watch the Rock. That's what, you know what? I'm going to stop talking. Victor Victoria is a 1982 musical comedy film written and directed. I'm not sharing my screen, am I? I keep forgetting. I didn't plan to be on this long, but share screen. Victor Victoria. Here we go. Wikipedia is pretty cool. We have to remember Wikipedia is written by regular people like us. I could go in there now. You have to sign up and register and all this. Then you can go in and change things and edit what Wikipedia says. So, there have been cases where people go in there and mess it up on purpose, but generally people are going there and they know a little tidbit of information. So you can add to anything in Wikipedia that's not complete. If you know the source, you go in there and you add your information, and generally you would provide the source of the information because you need to be able to verify the information. So, you can know it's not always accurate, Wikipedia, but it's pretty good, and it's got general good links to good sources. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping now. So, the plot. In 1934 Paris, Carol Toddy, an aging gay performer at Club Chez Lui in Paris, sees Labisse, the owner, auditioning frail and impoverished soprano Victoria Grant. Victoria Grant is the lady. Okay. After her failed audition, Victoria returns to her hotel room to find herself about to be evicted. As she is unable to pay her rent. That night, when Richard, a hustler with whom Toddy is romantically involved, comes to Chez Lui as part of a straight foursome. Wait a minute, Toddy. Who's Toddy? Carol Toddy, an aging gay performer. When Richard, a hustler with whom Toddy is romantically involved, okay, he's probably a bisexual then, maybe. Comes to Chez Lui as part of a straight foursome. Toddy incites a brawl, resulting in major damages and the police locking up whoever. It sounds fun. We should watch the movie. Walking home, he spots Victoria in a restaurant. She invites him to join her. I don't understand which part James Garner plays. Yeah, it's a whole intricate. Let's see who James Garner played in Victor Victoria. I don't know. Julie Andrews, Robert Preston. James Garner as King Marchand. Okay, he's not playing the gay person. Yeah, because in the movie, I got the impression that he was straight and he fell in love with Julie Andrews' character, but he didn't know because he was all confused if she was a woman or a man, or but he was falling in love with her because she was a woman playing a man playing a woman. So he was seeing her in what he perceived as drag, but he assumed she was a man. But so that must be fun. That must be a fun movie, and it was based on a play. Anyway, let's see if Rockford Files. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm gonna watch an episode of Rockford Files if I could find one on YouTube. Let's see, am I on there? Men's bathroom is so gross. Oh, you've been in there too. They're always, and I don't understand because you go in there, you do your business, and you wash your hands and you leave. And it should be neater because they're more, like I said, pre-packaged. Do you understand what I mean? With the urinal and everything. It's really hard to get messy in there. So I don't know why, barring the stall, which, okay, that's separate. But anyway, I don't know. And it smells worse. I don't understand. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's see. Rockford Files. I'll see if we have any free versions on YouTube. Rockford Files. Oh, I was so in love with him in that Rockford Files. Old episodes. They might have to pay for them. The Rockford Files. Battle of the Network shows. Intro. Full episodes. Let's see. View the full playlist. Soothing piano. Wait a minute. Where is it? Play all. Oh, he's only got 9 videos. Wait, what's that? That's not a full episode. That's some kind of music. Wait a minute. It's nice music, but it's the soundtrack. The Rockford Files soundtrack. Okay, I don't see it. Jim Rockford, season 1. The Rockford Files, season 1 intro. I don't like the season 1's genre of television series because it's where they're developing their character. They're new to their character. The actor is new to the character. You can see it in All in the Family. I used to watch All in the Family. The first season, Jean Stapleton, who played the wife, you could tell she hadn't gotten into her character yet. She was reading the lines and she was acting the way, whatever, doing. You could tell she was just kind of had not developed her character yet. Where in the later episodes, you can really see, how she'd really become Edith Bunker. Before she was Jean Stapleton playing Edith Bunker in the first season. And then towards the end of the first season, and then the next few seasons, she was herself. I mean, she was Edith Bunker. You forget she was an actress. You could see her being an actress. I noticed it mostly with her character. I didn't notice it as much with the other ones. Archie Bunker and Meathead, and Gloria was the daughter. But anyway, the Rockford File. But here we have a season 1. So I don't know if he'll be as good in that season, but Jim Rockford. Okay, anyway, let's see if we can find one. Okay, here's one. Oh, it's only a minute long. Let me see. This one, The Rockford Files, Season 2 Supercut. Watch The Rockford Files, full episode. Okay, season. They're saying, but then we can't see them. But here's Season 1. Let's see. Wait, sorry. Hang on. Sorry, you guys are going to get the feedback. If I play it, I'll have to get off. I'll have to get off the screen. But it doesn't look like a full episode. It's just a scene. Hang on. All right, I'm going to get off now. And I'm just going to see if I can find an episode of Rockford Files. And then I'm just not even going to say goodbye. I'm just going to leave. Otherwise, I'm going to be here forever, you guys. And I'm getting a little hungry. It's almost 1. I have not done anything today. I have things to do. Saturday, I have an event that I'm helping plan with the ministry, the Winners for Life ministry. Oh, and I had to send the flyer to someone and I didn't do it either. So that's what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm going to now get myself off the camera and I'll see if I can find an episode of Rockford Files. And I might chat in the chat, but I'm not going to talk anymore. I've done nothing today. What is it? Is it Wednesday? Today's Wednesday, right? Or is it Thursday? Wednesday. Okay, good. I still have 2 days till the event. I have to, I'm preparing lemonade. I'm preparing a lemonade. I got gallons and gallons of water. I'm going to mix it with Crystal Light. And then I'm going to put it, and we have to get Subway sandwiches. Because, yeah, we have time. We're going to order Subway platters. And I have to connect with the woman who's helping me do that. I better call her. Okay. So I do enjoy planning events. Maybe I should be an event planner, but like I should do something. I have so many talents. You know, secretaries can become very good meeting and event planners. The bookkeeping, I'm looking the Small Business Administration, and I'll just keep spinning my wheels and doing nothing with my life. But yeah, I could. Let me know, you guys, if you're interested in going to Argentina. Of course, I don't have dates yet. It would probably be in early 2024 by March. It would probably be February, March 2024. I'm planning a trip to Argentina. So if anybody would like to come, you know, I can help you get the hotels, and, you know, I won't charge profit. You know, you guys can get your ticket to Buenos Aires, and I'll meet you in Buenos Aires, and, you know, whatever, depending on the number of people that are coming, I'll arrange the hotels and all that for you. You need a passport, of course, if you want to travel out of the country. So get your passport now if you're interested in coming. Get one anyway. You should always have a passport handy, because you never know when you just want to, I have an opportunity to travel, and you just go, you know. So, all right. I don't see that episode, but all right. Bye, you guys. I'm going to try to find a video to play. Present my screen. Share screen. No, I want to do this so that you see everything that I see. Wait, but I want to keep it. All right, we're gonna do this for now. All right, share. Okay, bye. So you'll see me fiddling around, and then I'll hang up at some point. But I'm not gonna say goodbye, but I might chat. Okay, bye. Thanks, guys, for coming. See you soon. And if you find that mega sour Mr. Sims Black Death candy, please contact me somehow, or post a link on one of my videos or something. The later videos, I really don't read the comments very much. I try to, but when I see comments, I just don't read them many times, and I should. I read chat. Okay, bye. Remove from here. Wait, sorry. You guys aren't seeing what I'm seeing. So what did I do wrong? Hang on. Remove. I have to remove, present, share screen. It's only letting me show the one. All right, let's try that. Okay. Okay. Bye again.
sir. Hey! I'm getting damn tired of it.
What are you doing?